Hello, and welcome to Let's Talk Bible. I'm Sonny Childs. You have heard that it was said to the people long ago, "You shall not murder, and anyone who murders will be subject to judgment." But I tell you that anyone who is angry with a brother or sister will be subject to judgment. Again, anyone who says to a brother or sister, "Raka," is answerable to the court, and anyone who says, "You fool," will be in danger of the fire of hell.
Now let's go on to make it real applications, because see, that's the second part of my approach to Bible study. It's not just let the Bible interpret the Bible, but now what do you do with it? There's three things. Let's take each of those phrases that we looked at. This idea of the past, or people long ago, the past versus the present. What's the make it real application to be had there? Well, I think it's grow up, be mature. The Lord has called us to a kingdom of maturity, if you will, and we need to act like it, and not just constantly be emphasizing the externals. Did you ever notice that some people, especially the younger generation, when it comes to worship service, that they are almost always, um, a lot of them at least, they are all entangled in what makes me feel good, and they like going to worship settings because it gives them a rush of what they would call spiritual adrenaline, when in reality it might very well just be a selfishness that they are looking for stuff for them and not stuff for God. You know, babies are probably the most selfish being on the planet. My little Judah, he's approaching 2 years old, and I love him. You know that. We do little video clips with him. He's a selfish little dude. I mean, I'll be sitting there eating my meal. He's sitting right there beside me. He's not shy about just reaching over there and grabbing him a handful of mashed potatoes right off my plate. Well, what if I'm hungry too? You see, before we know better, we act like selfish people. And at that age, we don't really object to that because we recognize that he hasn't grown to a place yet where he knows better. But the thing that's disgusting is individuals who ought to know better, and they're still reaching and grabbing mashed potatoes off of somebody else's plate. He's saying here, we need to be careful that we don't act like the people of the past who just said things like, well, murder, that's the big one. And then they would go about actually murdering people in their hearts. No, he's saying, listen, I'm going to push you to a higher realm, a higher level. And so the make it real application here is that we need to grow up. Let me give you this challenge. I would suggest you to make a list of 3 angry moments that you have had recently. I don't know, somebody cuts you off in traffic, steals your parking spot, I don't know, whatever that steps on your last nerve, and it's made you angry. List 3 things within the last week or so that has made you angry. Then go back and examine your response to those. How childish were you? I got to be honest, in my list, I'm pretty childish. He's saying grow up. He's saying we need to move beyond that.
Be there. Matthew 16:26. We are the Sonny Childs and Family Ministries, serving as missionaries to this great nation. Please pray for us and consider adding us to your missions giving.